This season, we're taking the show on the road. Thankfully, this episode is just up the road at American University, which is just a couple miles from me here at Georgetown, but it's where the start of the spread of the creator movement began with a woman named Ezra Ozturk. We're going to talk to her on today's episode.
When everything kind of falls apart around you and you realize like life isn't guaranteed. Like we all think we're gonna live till 85. That's like, it's a hard realization when you look in the mirror and say like, I might not make it to that point. You have no idea. Like I might not have kids. But we all think that we're like granted that at birth and we're not. So I don't take anything for granted. And I think every day I try to think of, if this was my last week, if this was my last day, am I doing things that matter? And old me, when I was just a student and just working on getting that A or getting that paper in, would have said like, what am I doing with my life?
Ezra is the ultimate creator. She's someone who's started business ventures. She's started her own creation events, including a book. She's even brought this entire creator mindset to those around her at American University. And I'm proud to say, she's used this power of the creation event in order to be nominated as a Forbes 30 under 30. Now, it's exciting to see, but more importantly is to realize that she not only believes in the power of this for herself, she believes in it for the power of others. On today's episode, we're going to talk more about the power of creation events when you bring others around you into the fray.
My first business, Arzo, was after my freshman year, and fast forward 1 year after that was when I first started writing for this book, and I was working at Snapchat at the time, and I was really focused on content and stories because that's really big part of what I was doing at Arzo. But after I started writing and interviewing a lot of different women, I became more focused in tech in general and moved away from e-commerce sales and entrepreneurs in fashion and started focusing more on entrepreneurs in tech, entrepreneurs that had to raise capital. And I think it lent way to different stories and different content, and also inspired me to ask myself, like, why not me? Why can't I raise capital? Why can't I start a tech company? Why am I always limiting myself to my own experiences? But I had to make sure that I wasn't holding back on this book just because I was nervous about putting it out. And I think that was a part of it for a while. I wanted more interviews, I wanted more research, I wanted to edit it for, the next year. But, your first book at 20, it's supposed to be what it is, And I think that one of the things you made me realize is like, you can keep writing, you can write another book, you can write an edited version of this book, but it's important to put work out there at a healthy speed and not be one of those authors that sits on their writing for 6 years. And so I think I'm happy now because I get to be 20 years old and have a book out and say that, I sat down with some really awesome people who gave really great insights that I want to share. And if people do like it, why not a part 2? Why not a part 3? There is a lack of representation, and I'm sure there's a lot more women out there that I could interview. But I can't wait around for that.